Hello YouTube. I just want to make a quick video. I think today I'm going to talk about the dangers of woke culture and what it's done to our society as a whole up to this point, and why it exists. Why do politicians, generally those on the left, use it so often? And those are some of the things we're going to touch on. So, uh, what is being woke? Okay, being woke is looking at other people who don't look like you, right? They don't look like me, as if they don't understand me or you or us. Like today, I watched a TV commercial or something where they had a young black female who's in pursuit of a PhD. I mean, that's great. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? I don't have a PhD, so I only got a bachelor's. So that's as far as I wanted to go. So anyway, it's not about me, but they had this person on TV, and they were like, "Oh, there's not a lot of people who look like me who have a PhD." Well, that's a stupid fucking statement to make, because you can go be a PhD if you want. I mean, in super liberal colleges, all over the place, they'll just like admit you before they would anyone else, simply because of the color of your skin, and that's racist all in its own, because it's assuming that you as a person, person of color, a POC, right, can't is not smart enough or doesn't have the capacity to earn your way. Instead, it has to be something that's given to you from the from the overlords, and the white guilters. So that's a big part of the problem. That's why we're getting people in positions where they don't need to be. And that's one of the dangers of woke culture and identity politics. You see, so you can look at, let's use Ilhan Omar for an example. Okay, she's in Congress, and she's only in there because of not because of what she represents, but who she is and what color she is. What she represents is, somebody who's sympathetic to terrorism and all these other things. A liar, an adulterer. She's a Muslim. I mean, which is all part of the demographic, part of who she wants to be, how she wants to portray herself. So, the danger of that is you get somebody like her, in office, and they're actually dictating policy when they don't know anything. The only thing they know is, orange man bad, or white people racist, or I'm a victim. Everybody's a victim. And the issue with that is that you're not a victim. Okay, you're a victim of yourself. If you're so weak that you won't overcome your own brain, that you can't look around you and say, you know what, my success is not dictated by another person. My success is dictated by how hard I'll work and what I'll do for myself. And we elevate these people, and they get put on this pedestal where it's like, okay, if anything bad happens to you, it's not your fault. It's white supremacy, or it's classism, or it's misogyny, or homophobia, Islamophobia. I mean, it could be anything. It's always something. It's never like a real tangible thing, and it's never like giving these people who they give a pass to because of the color of their skin, or their religion, or their gender, or their any number of situation that they find themselves in, their sexuality. It's never about what they actually have to offer, but it's about what color they are, or who they sleep with. I mean, I don't care if you're a dude going down on dudes, man. That's on you. Okay, I mean, I'm not necessarily like into that or supportive of it, but I'm not gonna say to you, hey, you can't do that, because obviously you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. So that's on you. But on the other side of the coin, people want to shove stuff down our throat, and that's all they want to do. And they're like, I'm going to shove it down your throat to the point where it's just like going to make you vomit. Like if you don't support this, then you're racist, or you're a misogynist. but the fact is, screaming about how something is unfair because of the color of your skin or who you are, screaming about that kind of thing it doesn't make you right. I mean, you might get your way, but eventually, the shine's going to come off that apple. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even going to work out for you anyway. You're going to get what you want initially, but you're never going to have the real effect that you really could have had, because you're going to squander your opportunity because you're worried about your identity as an individual, rather than just saying, I'm an American. I think that, we need to worry about Americans, and, not some illegal, I mean, or whatever. It's just, it's like a constant battle out here. And, I'm just over it. I know a lot of people out there are, but I think it's time for us to go ahead and, start talking to people and getting them to really think about, the effect that their vote might have on them. For example, not to make it all about, okay, I'll just, not to make it all about everyone else, so I'll use, poor white liberals, which there are a lot of them. They live, off of the government. They continuously, they have children out of wedlock. They do not value the father. They do not value the family unit. And, again, I'm talking about, poor liberal whites, Democrat whites who live in the projects around me. And, I can tell by looking at them, they have no ambition. And are they ever gonna be anything more? Or are they just gonna be happy with the status quo because that's what the identity politician told them, that they should just, they're a victim, of whatever. So should we just continue to propagate that, or should we try to wake them up and say, hey, you might live like in the projects right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you have to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can dictate your own life. Don't let what somebody told you about yourself, become you. So when we look at identity politics, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and say, hey, let's not try to be a victim. Let's look at the bigger picture. Is somebody going to be able to, bring a job back from, for example, I mean, we're going through this thing with China right now, so let's use that. Is somebody going to be able to bring this, toy factory back from China so that, I can go to work and, I won't have to be on the free handout any longer? Or is there a person who's saying, I want to make sure you get more benefits. I want to make sure that, you don't have anything to worry about because I'll take care of you. I'm going to be your daddy. Nobody should be your daddy. Okay, you're responsible for yourself, America. Nobody's making you do anything, and nobody's making you pretend that you're a victim other than the programming that you're allowing yourself to be subjected to. So I guess I urge you to wake up and try not to. Just, wake up and look at it, man. They're lying to you. Like, it's all a big lie. All this identity crap. It's just a way for them to say to you, join my coalition. I know you're a victim. I'm on your side. And then when they get in there, the next, everything they do, it's just for power grabs. Liberal, Democrat, politician, power grab guy or girl or it. It's just a power grab. Once you get in there, you don't care about, that until the next election. You're in there because the lobbyists is paying you, China's paying you, whatever, the Russians, all these communists, they're paying you. You're an asshole and they're paying you. And you trick people into voting for you. But it's not your fault. I mean, you're capitalizing on these idiots. And I want to tell the idiots, it's time to wake the fuck up because they're lying. So, that's like the danger of identity politics. And my last video, no one watched it, No one's probably going to watch this one, which I don't care. It's probably falling on deaf ears anyway. But I just wanted to urge, that we need to watch out for identity politics. And one thing we can do to get rid of it is encourage people to, think for themselves. Like, you're not a victim, person of color or black person or Muslim or Catholic or Jew. None of you people are victims. You're victims of your own self. You're victims. You live in your own prison, the prison of the mind. And it's because you've had social media. You've been saturated with media, social media, politicians, all these people telling you that all these things are against you. Nothing's against you except for them. They're against you because they want you to stay in the mental prison so that you'll continue to vote for them because they told you you're a victim and they're going to help you. Help yourself.